I never thought I would be the kind of woman who could ruin her own marriage in a single night, but here I am, telling the story I wish I could forget. My name is Delilah Moore. I'm 36, and until recently, I believed I was happily married. Our wedding was supposed to be a celebration of survival, growth, and choosing each other after everything life had thrown at us. Instead, it became the moment everything ended. I met my husband, Rowan Blake, 4 years ago. He was calm where I was reactive, steady where I was impulsive. He worked in logistics, nothing flashy, but dependable in the way that made you feel safe just sitting next to him. He listened more than he spoke. When he proposed, he didn't make a speech. He just said, "I choose you, even on the hard days." I said yes without hesitation. Before Rowan, there was Callum Hayes. Callum was noise and fire and chaos. We were together in my 20s, on and off, for almost 5 years. The kind of relationship that feels intense, but leaves you exhausted. We broke up for good after one too many betrayals. I told myself I was over him long before I actually was. Rowan knew about Callum. I never lied. I told him everything, or at least I thought I did. He never seemed threatened. He trusted me, and I wore that trust like it was unbreakable. The wedding was small but elegant. Soft lights, white flowers, a live band. Friends, family, laughter. I was nervous, but happy, truly happy. Rowan looked at me like I was the only person in the room, and for most of the night, I believed I deserved that look. The open bar was generous. Too generous. I wasn't trying to get drunk. It just happened slowly, disguised as celebration. A toast here, a glass there. People kept hugging me, congratulating me, pulling me into conversations. I felt light, untouchable, like the night could only move forward. Then Callum appeared. I hadn't invited him. I hadn't spoken to him in over a year. Apparently, a mutual friend thought it would be fine. I remember feeling a jolt when I saw him, like touching an old scar. He smiled, that same familiar smile, and congratulated me. I should have walked away. I didn't. We talked, harmless at first, catching up. He told me I looked beautiful. I laughed it off. Another drink appeared in my hand. The band switched to a song we used to dance to years ago. That should have been my warning. When Callum held out his hand, I told myself it was nothing. Just a dance. Just music. Just nostalgia. I didn't look around. I didn't think. I followed. I don't remember much of the dance itself. Just movement and laughter and the dangerous comfort of familiarity. His hand on my waist. My head too light to make good decisions. For a few minutes, I forgot where I was and who I was supposed to be. Then the music ended. I looked up and saw Rowan standing a few feet away. He wasn't angry. He wasn't shouting. He wasn't even surprised. He just looked tired. Not the kind of tired that comes from a long day, but the kind that comes from seeing something you can't unsee. I stepped away immediately, stammering, trying to explain. I said his name. I reached for him. He didn't step back, but he didn't lean in either. He said quietly, "I think I'm done." At first, I thought he was joking. Then I realized he never joked like that. I told him it was a mistake, that I was drunk, that it meant nothing. I said all the words people say when they're desperate to undo time. Rowan listened. He always listened. When I finished, he nodded once. He said, "I believe you, and I still can't stay." That was worse than anger, worse than yelling. There was no fight to win, no forgiveness to beg for. Just a line I had crossed and couldn't step back over. He thanked my parents for the evening, hugged his sister, took off his jacket. He didn't make a scene. He didn't humiliate me. He respected himself enough to leave with dignity. People noticed. Whispers spread. Someone asked if everything was okay. I smiled and said yes, because what else could I say? Rowan didn't come back to the hotel room that night, or the next day, or ever. We spoke once after that. He told me he didn't hate me. That made it worse. He said trust wasn't something you negotiate with yourself. That the moment he saw me dancing with the one man who represented my past, he realized he would always wonder if he was second. He refused to live like that. I lost my husband that night, not because I danced, but because I showed him exactly where my boundaries were, and they weren't where he thought. People like to say one mistake shouldn't define a marriage. Maybe that's true, but some moments don't just reveal flaws. They reveal truth. I still wear the ring sometimes, out of habit. Not hope, just a reminder. Not of love lost, but of the cost of disrespect disguised as carelessness. The night didn't end my marriage. My choices did.